What up, people? Man, here we are a couple days later, but here I am. Uh, that was a pretty good night. Like I said, it had some real bad fights, some good fights, and just some interesting things just took place. We saw like the end of a mystique right there, in my opinion, with the whole BJ Penn versus Frankie Edgar. It's one thing to lose. I mean, he kind of got, the way the first fight went. I mean, Frankie was just he seemed like real pesky, with BJ Penn. He was just seemed very gutsy. It's like he was able to take the shots from BJ and keep going. He just really pushed his pace. It was very interesting. But this one was just a much more decisive, victory. As fast as he was, he seemed faster. He hit a little bit harder. He was a lot stronger. Like I said, there wasn't a whole lot he could do. He didn't like BJ has a very good chin. Frankie has Frankie's not known for his knockout power, but he was just able to really get in there and tag BJ and take BJ's best shots. And like I said, Frank, it's like you got to just give the kid credit for his tenacity. You know, because like I said, he ate some shots. He had some good punches. The punches that he ate from BJ were enough to really put Kenny Florian on his heels, and was just able to bring Diego to his knees. And just a lot of great fighters just really fell by him. But you just run into that guy that just has the answer. No, no pun intended. But you just run into the guy that just really has your number, and that was just Frankie Edgar. I thought that BJ was the more talented fighter and that he'd be able to just really put things together this time, but that wasn't the case. He's not the more talented fighter. Frankie's just better, and I think that it's probably a little bit because BJ just never really put in the commitment that he he never put in the commitment to match his talent. I mean, it has nothing to do with him losing, because commitment is part of being the fighter that you are. If you're not as committed, if you lose because of commitment, that's because that guy's better than you because of his commitment. Frankie really lived it, put it in there. He surrounded himself with a great crew to really push him. Frankie's just sitting up there. BJ Penn, between rounds, is just sitting in there with a bunch of cheerleaders. It's like there's nobody out there to help him out when he's in trouble. Yeah, it sounds okay when he's beating up Diego Sanchez. It's like go ahead, take him out because this is the way it's looking like. Yeah, but when things are going wrong, they have no clue. All they're doing is just insulting the other guy. It's like, hey, that guy's winning. But hopefully BJ Penn. I mean, he's still he's still in his physical prime. Hopefully, he can make another run, but if he does, it's going to have to be with the new camp because, it's like I said, there's no more mystique right there. I mean, his inescapable top control was escaped. I mean, his great punching power was just outclassed. And for the first time right there, I mean, he is just now another lightweight contender. It's going to be interesting to see how that pans out for him. Like I say, he's a very talented fighter. I hate to see that go to waste, but now, at some point of his career, some point of his life, he's just really going to have to accept reality. And that's the same with his fans. You have to accept reality. This man is not a god in MMA, pound for pound, or even in his own weight division anymore. It's like he's not above reproach. He's not above improvement. He's going to need to make some serious changes if he wants to continue to have any relevance as a fighter, or this talent that he has is just going to continue to go to waste. Speaking of a waste, of the money that people spent for James Toney versus Randy Couture, this was like part of me just praises the UFC. I love a good promotion and everything, but I would just wish that more people promoted things that deserve to be promoted. You know what I'm saying? Uh, like I said, the promotion right there. Why can't you make people want to see, Frankie Edgar, BJ Penn? I don't think too many people know Tony that well. But I'm not gonna sit there and do that little rant. I hate that shit, so I'm not gonna really trip on that. It's like it made money, and I respect that. However, I just think that that's if you're gonna promote something, how about just promote something that there's a a snowball's chance of hell in delivering, you know? This isn't a boxing versus UFC or anything like that. You can't do that. It's like taking a tennis player and putting him on an NBA team because they both play on a court. It doesn't compute that way. And it's like, it's not really a reflection on Tony. He's going up against a guy who's been wrestling for like 3-4 decades. Against a guy who's been training, who may have been training it for a few months. Who's been boxing. It's just two different areas of life. Not much more you could say about it, but it's just like, man, come on. Let's give me some real fights. And if you want Randy Couture as part of the light heavyweight mix, give him some real fights. I mean, Brandon Vera, what's his name? Mark Coleman, and James Toney, and now he's in the mix for the light heavyweight title. What kind of bullshit is that? Like I said, just a lot of things about this perplex me. But like I said, it was like an up and down card. It left kind of a weird taste in my mouth. The whole thing, like I said, there were just some couple exciting fights. You know, some significant moments. You know, just some very boring stuff that's just been bothering me. I think ever since that Rashad Evans Rampage fight, I'm sure like a lot of people have been complaining about not just that, but just in particular. I think like especially my boy out in the UK, he in his last video is talking about it. I am just very, very annoyed with the lack of let me see if I can word this right. Now, as a fan and as a follower of the sport, I understand that not every fight can be exciting. Not every fight can be finished. I don't need every fight to be finished. However, what I do see is what does get on my nerves is when people are fighting specifically for that decision. I think that, you know, decisions and all this stuff is going around just in case it doesn't make it. However, I think when a fighter makes that his objective to stall out, you know, to take advantage of the rules and just stall out, you know, till the fight's over, just waste time. I just think that's a technical foul. I mean, that's just something that just really gets on my nerves as a fan, and just something I really can't see myself paying for watching. Because as we stand right now, I'm not watching the fights for the lightweight title or the light heavyweight title. I'm simply not wasting any more time watching some guy try to blanket another guy. I mean, there's just no point in that for me, no fun in watching, and just no significance. This is the Ultimate Fighting Championship, and like I said, I understand not everything can be a finish, not everything can be decided. Like Jake Shields, I think dude's boring as hell, but he goes in there and tries to finish guys. Takes it to the ground, passes guard, works submissions. Is it fun to watch? Do I like watching it? No. But I can respect that because he's actually fighting, you know? This whole thing with just hold a guy up against the fence and just run the clock out. Then you got Greg Jackson. Oh, Rashad followed the game plan perfectly. Oh, fuck you. In case. Like I said, it's just a lot of things that's just been bugging, or you just even like Gray Manor. He won the fight fair and square, but the whole getting up there and just gleefully, you know, prancing away from Kenny Florian as you get your little decision win, it's just like, okay, fuck you. And I just think that, like I said, the whole judging process is just clearly broken. Fighters understand it now. It makes more sense to go for a finish. You know, it makes more sense to just waste time and not fight than it is to actually fight and go for a finish. I mean, and I think in a world like that, that's just jacked up. And that's just my 2 cents. I'll holler at you later.